I'm going to check again just to make sure there's nobody in the green room who wants to join me on the show this week. No, I don't see anybody there. And I was hoping Ken from Parkinson's could join me, but I think he's having trouble with the link I sent him. So we'll just keep rolling on here. I had the great privilege this week of chatting with one of Nova Scotia's most talented artists, an amazing artist, Keonte Beals. Took the time to record an interview with me after I took note of one of his latest albums that was titled King. Actually, it was the latest single from the album, named King, and I really think it's fantastic. I mean, it's got an incredible smooth R&B sound, which I just love. And it's got a great YouTube channel with some amazing top-notch videos. You really got to check those out. So let's go right into that interview here with Keonte Beals. Well, Keonte, thanks for coming on the show and taking the time to talk to me and be a part of the Nova Scotiable Talk Show. I greatly appreciate it. And, in a way, I kind of feel we are kindred spirits when it comes to creativity and trying to do something positive in our community. And that way we have a similar outlook, I feel. But let's talk about King. That's your latest song released. I love it. I think it's a great tune. And I find the song title is a little interesting. Tell us a little bit about the song title and the song itself and what your inspiration is. And because I know you've got such a great positive outlook, and I know it reflects that and your success. So let's talk a little bit about it. What can you tell me about the song King?
Yeah, so the title King actually comes from, we have, I guess, a bit of a saying within the Black community. We call each other kings and queens, and it's just a term, to empower each other. So when I started writing the song King, I can remember coming home and, just kind of being fed up with a lot of the things going on with Black Lives Matter and things of that nature. And I started writing the song, and I realized that it was just all different parts of me, love, dealing with mental health as a Black person, police brutality, and even religion in some ways. And for me, that everything that was in the song embodied what a king is. You have an empire and you're trying to keep everything together while still remaining classy and put together and holding your integrity in place. So, yeah, that's what it's about.
Definitely, yeah. It's a tough world out there sometimes, isn't it? Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, most musicians, they're inspired by musicians that came before them. I mean, who is your greatest inspiration, if you have one?
Oh, one, that's the problem. I don't have one. I have so many, and for different reasons, of course. I'll just say a few. Definitely Michael Jackson, as far as being a businessman and an overall entertainer. He was the GOAT for me, the greatest of all time. Whitney Houston, as far as being a vocalist goes. And for songwriting, I love Elijah Blake. Now, he's not new on the scene, but he's younger and he's written music for basically every, star that we know today. So, yeah, those are my three main inspirations for sure.
Awesome. Well, yeah, those are some big shoes to fill, but I think if anybody's got the talent around here, you do.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, everything you do seems to have a wonderful, inspiring message. I just love it. It's so positive, and I highly recommend people find your YouTube channel and watch your My Story series. That is great. It really gives an in-depth look into how you grew up and what's behind the person. I like that. It was really a help for me anyways. And your videos, like I mentioned earlier before the interview, are top notch. Kudos to your production crew. Anything you want to give them a shout out or anything to your production people?
Sure. Oh my goodness, I'm terrible on the spot with that stuff. But I'll give a shout out to Keobé Beals, who's amazing, who I've been working with for so long. Also Ben Edwards, who is amazing, who just kind of jumping onto the team and just doing incredible things. He filmed Vodka Me, and Keobé Beals filmed King. So yeah, I'll definitely give a shout out to them, as well as I want to say my management, Tamara Brown. She's a big part of a lot of my stuff. So absolutely.
Awesome. Yeah, well, kudos to them. They did an amazing job with your stuff, and I mean, your graphics, everything looks great, and that kind of brings us to. I wanted to talk about Vodka and Me. It's a video I found that I nobody had mentioned yet. Everybody's talking about King, but Vodka and Me is cool. I really enjoyed that. and so smooth. I love your R&B. It's just everything's so smooth. Your voice is just amazing, and I noticed some of this VXM merch on your website. It's keebe.ca, KEBE.ca. So people check that out, and yeah. So tell me about Vodka Me. What's the story on that? It's so cool.
Yeah, so the actual song that people hear today now is actually the third version of that song. I can remember going through it, just kind of going through ups and downs with the significant other at the time, and just kind of going out and using alcohol as almost an excuse for not the best behavior, just as far as maybe ignoring the problems that we had to work on. So, Vodka Me was inspired, and I can remember just creating that in my room. It was during quarantine, last year when everything first kind of kicked off, and I can remember feeling it's not like I still don't get the feeling that I had that night. It's not aggressive enough. It's not, and I can remember on the third time, I got it right, and I was just in my room like kind of just jamming to it, and like this is it. This is the feeling that I had, and it's one of my favorite songs from the album.
There you go. Yeah, one of mine too.
Oh, thank you.
A great musician takes inspiration, whether it's a good, positive thing or negative thing. Sometimes we get inspiration in all different places. So kudos for that. I think it's a great tune and great video,
Thank
by the
you.
way. Yeah.
Thank you, and yeah, thank you. And it was, even a great part. Like I produced the whole album myself too, so just kind of being able to come up with the arrangements and stuff was pretty great and a different experience for me to do on my own.
Yeah, great. Yeah. So, anything you wanted to talk about? I've pretty much seen your YouTube channel and gone through a lot of stuff, and I recommend the viewers do that too. But anything you wanted to mention?
Yeah, I definitely don't want to pass up the opportunity to talk about my company, Keobé Beals Entertainment. It's a company that I opened or launched last year. It has always been a dream of mine since I was about 6 years old to be an entrepreneur, and so that was one of the biggest accomplishments for me ever. My life has kind of changed since then. I released a children's book, which is I Am Perfectly Me. And it kind of highlights kids of all different ethnicities and backgrounds, and just shows them that they're already perfectly themselves. And I've been seeing the difference it's been making. It's been incredibly successful, and I'm so grateful. Yeah.
Wow, and a children's book to boot. I mean, what don't you do, really? No, that's awesome. Like, you're an amazing talent, my friend, and I wish you all the best. And I'm here if you need me or want to come back on the show anytime. You just let me know. You're more than welcome.
Oh man, thank you so much, and thanks again for sharing your platform with me. Never goes unnoticed. I'm so grateful. Thank you.
No, absolutely my pleasure. You have a great day now.
Awesome. You too.
All right. Well, that was Keonte Beals, and I thought I'd show you his website here. He's got a number of things on it. You can buy his music. You can shop for some merch, and he's got some very interesting Vodka and Me merch. You should check that out. I think it's really awesome what he's doing. He's really got it together. He talked about Michael Jackson and how Michael Jackson was the pretty much the ultimate entertainer. It's a package, and I think Keonte has that package happening. So, all the best to him. I wish him great success, and hopefully he'll be back on this show if he remembers us little people. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to check one more time to see if there's anybody waiting in Zoom. No, I don't see anybody wanting to Zoom in here today. Not a big problem. We got lots of stuff to talk about. Like I said, it's been a busy week.